Episode 3 of the Retriever Handler podcast.
Welcome back.
I think there's a statistic out there that says most podcasts don't go past episode 7.
Really?
I believe so.
Well, we have to make it past episode 7 now.
So,
should we address our new studio?
new studio.
We have a sign up and some chairs and some wooden planks for you.
Bethany pretty much did all this. I put together one chair. I went to go, now that our season's over, the inside of my truck desperately needed cleaned. Took it over to my parents' house. My dad has a big garage, so got that done. And by the time I got back here, this was pretty much all set up, minus the chairs. One chair was set up, so then Bethany let me take the other chair. It took probably 45 to an hour to set these up?
45 minutes to an hour per chair, and it was bad, but I enjoyed it. I do enjoy
half an hour of that was probably unraveling it from the packaging.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe this company makes any money with the amount of packaging that they put in here. It was insane.
Yeah, there was a lot. And did you use the switchblade to do it all? Okay, that's what I did too. I was just.
But even that, it was so tight. It was hard to get through it. But
I know, yeah.
These are nice. I did skip a step with mine, so
I skipped a few steps. There's a few bolts that I did not put in, so we might fall.
Well, I don't have a back support to mine, so if I fall through, just keep watching. I'll get back up. I guess
what's the main topic of this
season
episode?
recap?
Okay.
Season recap. We had a good season, but before that, let's address some big news over the weekend.
What's that?
Team USA winning the gold.
Yeah.
They beat Canada, men's and women's. So that was exciting. I'm not much of a hockey guy. Neither of us are really hockey guys.
Yeah.
We have the Penguins here. I watched them a lot when they were winning the Stanley Cup. Fair weather fan, maybe. But Sunday morning, it was cool to wake up and watch that. And it was a great game. Great game. Canada played really, really well. But so did USA. And we got the gold. So extremely happy for all of them. We did then watch the State of the Union, and
that was awkward.
Couldn't help but feel awkward for that entire team.
The hockey team. If you didn't watch it, the hockey team got announced at the State of the Union. Trump gave the goalie. Well, actually, this was awesome that he gave the goalie some sort of like personal achievement award or something. We don't remember what it was called, but them standing up there.
It was like 10 to 15 minutes longer than it should have been.
And they just kept.
Yeah, you can only wave so much and hold up your gold medal so much. They didn't know what else to do. I felt so bad for them. But everyone was clapping, so I guess they were just taking it all in.
Yeah.
But man, that could have been shortened down.
Yeah.
But happy for all of them. Proud to be an American.
We're proud. There
was like a meme going around of a bald eagle that had Canada goose in its talons. So
wait, what?
There was a bald eagle, America's bird, and a Canada goose, and he had it like in its talons, as if like America beat Canada. So that was awesome to see. I think the White House actually tweeted that or reposted it or something, but that was awesome. What else do we want to talk about before we get into the season recap?
Well, first off, I want to know what Olympic sport you would choose to be in.
So I don't know exactly the hardness behind, and I don't even know the words of it. Is it bobsledding, something with skeleton, they're cruising, right? Like 90 miles an hour. So that alone is probably scary. But I don't know how much skill is involved in that. And it's probably way more than I think.
It's the Olympics.
So it has to be more challenging. But
yeah.
That 4-person one, I think one of them's already sitting in there, and then the other people are pushing and then jumping in. That's an Olympic sport in itself, jumping in that thing. But if I'm just sitting in there, I think I could do it. I can tell you what I couldn't do, and that's curling. I know it's harder than it looks. But, little caveat to that, if I quit my job and trained 8 hours a day, by the next Winter Olympics, I could be on the curling team.
No, you couldn't. Curling, you also said this last year, I'm pretty sure, that you thought curling was easy.
Yeah, but I don't think it's easy anymore. But I think I could.
But same thing with bobsledding.
Yeah, but I don't
think that's easy.
I guess I just don't understand
TV, we're sitting here with our popcorn and we're screaming at the TV as if like we have any head in this game.
It's a valid point.
And we're like, why did you make that? As if we could do it ourselves.
What sport would you choose?
Probably snowboarding. I used to snowboard because I liked it when I did it, but I don't anymore. So, and I'm not good at it. So
is that Lindsey Vonn? She's a skier, right?
I don't know. I'm not up to speed on Olympic medalists' names.
She was involved in a bad accident again, which I think she's like always getting hurt. But yeah, those people are crazy too, like going down backwards, and I don't know. I mean, that's insane.
That's crazy.
That's insane. So they deserve every recognition they get. You know, they earn it.
Like snow is so hard.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
You know, like name a summer sport that's harder than a winter Olympic sport.
Golf. For the average human, golf.
You think that golf is harder than snowboarding?
Yes.
I'm not sure that I agree with you, but I would have to maybe think about it a little bit more.
I think if you put a snowboard on someone's feet, I mean, I couldn't do it.
I was going to say, you're saying golf is the hardest sport.
Pinnacle of athletes either.
You're saying golf is the hardest sport, but you are able to do golf and you're not able to do snowboarding.
But if I tried more than once, I think I could get the hang of it. Whereas golf, it's like you could try. I know people that have been golfing for 30 years and they still suck.
We took you snowboarding. Shout out Cheyenne and Nick. We took you snowboarding.
Yeah, it was absolutely horrible.
And we didn't make it off the bunny hill because...
I'm not going to say why.
You slid down on your butt the whole way and I was holding your hand.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, it was absolutely horrible. I hated every minute of it. I was looking for the foggy goggle. Turns out the foggy goggle was at Seven Springs.
We were at Hidden Valley. Or
Boys Park.
Yeah, we were at Boys Park, not Hidden Valley.
But yeah, that's not for me.
What other shows have we been watching lately? What are some good ones?
Yeah, we just finished Outlast and Alone.
Oh yeah. Those are survival shows on Netflix, for those of you that don't know. And oh my gosh. It's crazy watching them do some of the stuff that they do on these shows. Sure.
They're all professionals. So Outlast is you're in a group setting and everyone has to finish in order to get the $1 million. And you can like pick and choose your teams, and it's kind of cutthroat towards the end. Alone, you're just strictly alone, and you have to survive as long as you can. But you have no idea how many other people are still in it. Whereas in Outlast, every time you see a flare being shot, you know somebody is essentially quit. Yeah, so Alone, people have no idea how much more time that they have left. Right. They're just, and I think that the season that we watched, it was 75 days, I think. And then the Outlast one was only 41 days, I'm pretty sure. But I asked Jordan right after we get done watching it, I say, do you think that you could do this either Alone or Outlast and survive in the Arctic Circle or Alaska or wherever these guys were? And he says yes. Without having you don't have any survival experience. I don't. At all. So tell me why you think you would. Sure. If I had like a 2 to 3 month course of survival, learned all the ins and outs of survivalness, I think I could do it. And if you allowed me to bring my Sitka camo with me, that is the warmest pieces of clothing that I own, in a group setting, I think I could do it. You couldn't do Alone. You would do Outlast. I love being alone, but I could not last 70 days alone. I think that is a mental game in itself. I mean, you're going to start going crazy with all that.
Yeah, a lot of those people, that's the number one reason why they tapped out, was because they couldn't take it mentally. I mean, just it's being able to talk yourself into thinking that you're going to be okay is without anybody there with you, without medical aid, without food, without water. Knowing if you'll have food or water is a whole thing in itself, but being isolated probably makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah, 100%. But the whole like not eating, I feel like I could essentially fast for a certain amount of days. And
yeah, you fast though. You do your 24-hour fasts, so.
But I think it's probably different when you're burning so many calories.
Trying to build a shelter.
That's what I would need that most help with, because I would definitely do a wiki up. Those things are sweet. But yeah, burning calories, just trying to stay warm.
Yeah.
I think so. It's not as easy as me doing a 24-hour fast on my couch.
Yeah.
You know?
And keeping your mind busy with work.
Yeah.
You know, like you go to work every day and keep your mind busy.
Yeah. Different ball game. But at the end of the day, I still think I could do it. So yeah, I could be an Olympic athlete, and I could be on Alone.
Yeah, this episode
or Outlast.
This episode should just be titled "Things That Jordan Thinks That He Can Do." But that's what I love about you, because you come up with so many ideas, and you there's no limit with what you think that you can do, and that's what makes you a great business owner. And sorry to get sappy, great business owner.
I always want more.
Yeah, you always want to go for the next thing.
With not everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be an experience.
Yeah. Would you ever do it?
No.
Yeah.
No. Maybe. If I was guaranteed money at a certain point, like, hey, if you make it 30 days, we'll give you $500,000. Yeah, I would do it. I don't know if I would last, but I would try it. But being that you're not guaranteed $1 million at the end, it's a different story. But if someone says, I'll give you $500K to last 30 days in the Arctic Circle with a group of people, yeah.
Because your motivation.
Yeah.
Your motivation.
But you're still motivated to win $1 million either way. But you're also not guaranteed $1 million.
Exactly, because you don't know who your team is.
Right. Let's jump into why we have this episode, and that is...
Yeah, let's jump into the main segment here. Well, how long has it been?
I don't know. Our season recap. And I thought we had a very, very successful season for being in Western PA and not traveling outside of Western PA. We went up north, but all in all, I think it was a very good year.
One of the best, actually the best season that I've had with you and the dogs.
Yeah.
Ever since I started.
The dogs, our puppies got a little spoiled, I think, at some points.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't, like Brantley, whenever we hunted with him, we would go how many hunts without getting a duck or a goose, and that's just how it happened these last couple of years. But so now when Brantley goes hunting, he's so used to just getting in his blind, laying down, and sleeping the whole time. And then he basically tells us, wake me up when you want me to retrieve something.
Yes.
That's exactly what he says. But that's what he's used to. These puppies are not used to that now. These puppies are used to constant action. Not constant. I wouldn't say our hunts are constant action, but there's always something that either we're shooting at or we're calling or looking for, or, something flying by that they see. So, I mean, these puppies aren't resting. They're not sleeping. They're not laying down. And do you think that's a good or a bad thing, given,
I never really thought of it, but it's a good question. Sometimes it takes dogs a little while to flip that switch and realizing that birds come from the sky and it's not me or Bethany throwing bumpers or, Dawkins or, ducks or geese or what have you. But it seems like our puppies, they picked it up quickly.
Mm-hmm, they did.
And their eyes are constantly glued to the sky looking for the next flock to come in, which is awesome to see. I'm extremely, extremely proud and happy of the way they handled this year and all the ducks and geese that they got. I do want to talk about our last hunt on Saturday. Unfortunately, Bethany was out again with a migraine.
Yeah, second weekend in a row.
Something. I'm a firm believer that it's pressure or something weather related as to why. Because sometimes guys at work will have them the same times Bethany does. There's something going on with whatever the universe.
It has to be. I'm just prone to them more though.
Yeah, you are. But we had a good ending to our season. In fact, the first goose we shot, I was actually not in the blind. I had to do some personal business
in the woods.
And you know what's funny about that is I was doing my business and a bald eagle flew by with what looked like a fish in its talons. Oh, and I'm like, what is more American than what I'm doing right now and what I'm seeing? Pooping in the woods and a bald eagle going right across my face with a fish in its talons. I'm like, this is just America right now.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see the blind where I was at. And then I started walking up to the crest of the hill and I hear bang, bang. And it sounded like a 12 gauge to me. So I'm on this tractor road in the middle of a field and I still can't see anything. But then I heard more honking afterwards. So I just kind of crouched down in case they were around me. I didn't want to flare them off. And then I didn't hear anything for a while and I ended up cresting the hill and I see Pilot bringing back a goose. I'm like, well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I guess just one single came in and my Uncle Mike pulled up and shot it and Pilot went and got it, brought it back. And so sucked for me not being there to see that, but I don't care. I'll do that. We call it slump busters, if we were, but that was at like 7:30.
Really?
They were flying so early again. I don't understand why they were flying that early, but
yeah, the weekend prior they were too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was like action at like.
They were flying early. So then I got back in. Shortly after that, we had probably 15 geese. I could hear them from behind me. And then I looked up and I'm like, oh my God, they're right there. They went out in front of us. My Uncle Mike started calling. They circled right in, came just like we drew it up. They came right into our decoys. 2 of them came a little bit closer than the other 13. They were kind of hanging back. And my uncle was like, all right, let's get these 2. So we stood up, shot, got both of them. The closer one, I think I pulled up on that one again and killed it dead. The longer one, it was still flopping around and it was clearly still alive, but I wanted to let it go. And after we shot all them, those geese were still circling. So we were waiting. Pilot's going crazy because he could see them drop, but we didn't know if they were going to come back. So we're trying to reload and all this. And then probably what seemed like 15 minutes, but was probably 45 seconds afterwards, I let Pilot go get that first one. He came back and I wanted him to go. I think he's only been doing it for a year, but I truly believe he has that killer instinct. And I wanted him to go and get a crippled goose. So Pilot went after it. And right when he got to it, it kind of stood up and spread its wings. And we're like, oh, we knew that was coming, right? So Pilot jumped back a little bit. This whole video is on
It was sweet.
On our Instagram. He jumped back a little bit, but then he right into it, trying to like kind of roll it, trying to get a grip. And he finally got it. And this goose is 100% alive.
Yeah.
But the goose kind of gave up. But then halfway through, the goose spread both of his wings, and this thing looked massive compared to Pilot. So Pilot couldn't see anything, but he never dropped it, and he brought it right to me, and that was so cool to see.
He's a trooper.
He did really, really good with that. So now I am very confident that if that goose would have started flying away, he was going after it.
Yeah,
he would have been chasing right out of the air.
Yeah.
So that makes me extremely, extremely happy.
Yeah.
So that was 3 birds down at that point.
Wait, we have to tell the story about Brantley's first goose.
Yeah.
So Brantley's first goose, and we made this mistake. We thought it was dead.
Yeah.
And this was how many years ago now? This is like 3 or 4 years ago. We thought this goose was dead, and it was crippled. It's actually 100% alive. And as soon as it was playing dead, I think. And we set Brantley after it. As soon as Brantley got to it, this goose just starts walking away and, doing its thing with its wings and hissing at Brantley. And Brantley like crouched down, and this was Brantley's first goose. He had no idea how big they were. This was our fault that we kind of did that. But now Brantley's a little bit
scared.
A little bit timid around picking up a goose, but
after Brantley would go get that goose, so I had to go get that goose, if you remember.
Yeah.
So this thing is like, not eye to eye with me, but like eye to hip with me. And I felt like I was going like 3 rounds with this. I tried to just like grab its neck, and then it would like kind of like jab, and then,
But where was your gun? Oh wait, we were at Pymatuning, weren't we?
So you have a limited amount.
So we have a limited amount of shells, and we didn't want to waste stuff.
So then eventually I just grabbed it by its neck, and then it kind of just gave up. But yeah, that's a good video. We have that on video too. Everyone's yelling at me, "Just grab it, Jordan, grab it!" And I'm like, "You guys come grab it. This thing is trying to eat me." But that's funny. That was funny. So we had 3 birds killed at that point, 3 geese killed, and then I started hearing honking. It just sounded like a single. And then I finally saw it, and it was kind of out of our right-hand side. Just one single coming in, and it did exactly what it was supposed to do. This thing was locked up what seemed like 400 yards away. Like he had no other idea than to just land into our decoys. And I thought he was going to land short of us and like almost right out of my right-hand side, but nope, just kept riding the wind, and then boom, landed in. And it, like in my head, this goose is kind of going like, like, oh, there's all my friends. There must be a lot of food down here. And then right when he landed, he probably looked around, saw that they were decoys, and was like, oh shit.
Oh shit, I'm about to be dead.
So then my Uncle Mike was like, kill it, Kathy. So my Aunt Kathy pulled up, and I've never seen a goose fold like this in my life. She pulled up, shot it once, and that goose was just like, boom, down. It looked like a turkey being shot. And then she looked right at me and just started laughing. She absolutely crushed this thing. And it was probably 45, 50-yard shot. Didn't stand a chance. So then Pilot went and got that one, no problem. And then after that, we maybe saw some more, but we didn't shoot anymore. There was another group on the same field as us, and I don't think they shot one. So we were in the good spot. We got there a little bit earlier than normal. And we set up, and we're not on the X, but we were in the good spot for that farm. So we ended with a bang for sure.
That's good. So how many geese total?
4 we killed.
4?
Yeah. But the beginning of the year was awesome too.
Yeah.
We have a permission. My aunt and uncle have permission on a farm at the exact same place where I killed my first turkey when I was 12 years old, in between my uncle's legs.
And Kathy still has that video.
Yeah.
And the funniest part of that video is when your Uncle Mike is with you, and he tells your Aunt Kathy, pan through the trees.
Yeah. Get the whole setting.
Get the whole setting. Make the video good for Jordan's first goose. It's
that was a long time ago. That was like 20 years ago. Yeah.
12?
Yeah. That was 20 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I'll be 32 this year.
Oh my gosh.
20 years ago.
Gosh, we 32?
So yeah, it's cool to hunt there still, because there's definitely some memories made there. But we had a great... Duck is only in for 2 weeks and it goes out again. But those 2 weekends were awesome. We killed, I think, 7 the first day. Pilot and Deuce got their first retrieves simultaneously. We sent Deuce for one, and Pilot was like, screw this, I'm going to go get the other one. So Pilot went and got that one. So they were going out together, and then they came back together.
We have a video of that too on our Instagram. That one's pretty cool, because me and Aunt Kathy were in the woods going to look at a different spot while this was all happening, and I got like one angle, and Jordan got another angle, and you can just see Pilot bringing back a Deuce, and then Deuce right behind him. That's awesome.
It was cool. So yeah, I think we killed 6 or 7 that first day. Brantley got some retrieves. Brantley did a blind. He did 1 or 2 blinds and did great. He can do blinds just fine, especially that one was long. It was probably 7,500-yard blind, I bet. And it's like straight muck. So you have to, like, those dogs are working and working, and they get back out, and you're just like, oh. They're all getting bass. And then the next week, same spot, I think we killed 3 or 4 again there. So wood duck season was awesome. Those, and we're getting 2 more ducks mounted too. Pilot induced his retrieve. It's going to be on the same piece of whatever wood that he uses. So that's going to be awesome once we get that back. I'm very excited.
That day was the same day that we decided to keep Deuce. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, we called the guy, just like last episode. We said we called him the next morning. We were supposed to be heading to Texas, but we're hunting, and thank God we did, because we killed him for sure.
If you haven't listened to episode 2, last episode yet, listen to that one, because we explained that whole story. But that next morning, your Aunt Kathy and Uncle Mike said, "Do you want to go hunting?" And we said, "Yeah, we do."
Yeah. So we went from packing to go to Texas to packing to go hunting.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
Yeah, and that just made it even more special. We were so emotional that morning because it was awesome.
Yeah.
What other?
The whole pack was together.
Yeah, all 3 dogs. And actually, was that the last time we brought all 3 dogs on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we had all 3.
Bringing all 3 dogs on a hunt is not for the weak at all, especially when 2 of them are puppies. And being that that was their first hunt, so they had no idea what to expect.
Not even 1 years old yet.
Yeah, not even 1. That was wild.
Yeah, all in all, it was awesome, though. Wouldn't change it for the world. Then we went to Pymatuming after that.
Yeah, that was fun.
So how that works is it's like a raffle system you put into it, and then you're either given a blind or you're not given a blind. But we've been lucky enough to get a blind since we started.
For the past 4 years.
4 years. So
4 years we've drawn a blind. One of us did.
Right. Out of at least 4 of us that go, one of us always draws one. So that was fun. The only thing that sucks is it's like 2.5 hours away. So we literally have to get up at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And, go pick up my Aunt Kathy and Uncle Mike, and then we'll head up that way.
But it's worth it. It's such a fun day when you obviously get geese.
Yeah, but it's still so much fun because you're seeing 5,000 geese.
Yeah,
they're probably not all going to decoy in because they're smart enough at that point that they know exactly where the blinds are and they know what time to fly. But it is so much fun, and they're all pit blinds now. That's the first time I've ever been in a pit blind.
Yeah,
in the same. You've never been in a pit blind.
I've never been in a pit blind either.
That was awesome. What's funny about that is last year they were just putting in pit blinds, and there were still some other like stand-up blinds there. And I turn around and I saw my buddy when we were checking in, and he happened to say, "Are you guys in a pit blind?" And I was like, "No, they just told us that we were in like a handicap blind." Not for my mental handicap, but for, people who are handicapped. There's like a ramp there that they can get in. And he's like, "Oh, good thing, because I was up here last week and it was full of snakes. The pit blind was full of snakes." And I was like, "Oh my God." Like none of us like snakes. I don't really know anybody that does like snakes, but that would have been miserable.
I don't know what I would have done.
No, that would have been absolutely miserable.
And whenever we found out that we had a pit blind this year, I was so scared that there was going to be so many, but apparently they redid them all, and
they're beautiful.
They're beautiful, and it looks like they're very well insulated.
Yeah, they're.
It's pretty warm in those too.
Yeah, you can't get cold there because the amount of adrenaline that's going through your body. Was seeing all these geese, it's like, and duck was in at that point too. So, and you're only allowed 10 shells and 1 goose per person. So I probably shot at too many ducks.
Mm-hmm. And you really wanted a duck.
I really wanted to kill a duck, and I didn't. But I ran out of shells towards the end. We killed 3 geese. Bethany was the only one that had a shell left.
We killed 2 geese.
We killed 3.
No, we killed 2.
We killed 3.
I think we killed 2. Maybe
we killed 2.
I have the pick.
But
maybe we killed 3. Go ahead.
Yeah. You had 1 shell left at the end, but we weren't. No goose came in close enough for you.
Yeah, it was so high.
But you're only allowed to hunt till 12:30 too, and right at 12:30.
Oh, these
birds. I mean, they just fly everywhere. These geese are smart, and they know when to fly and where to fly and everything. But Pymatuming's so crazy because there's guys that have way more than 10 shells. You can tell. You can literally just you can hear them because there'll be a blind that's another 300 yards away from you. In fact, the group behind us shot at birds that were not nowhere near close to them,
that were above our heads.
And about 5 seconds later, we're getting pelted with BBs, pellets, and like, what the hell? So they're close to you, but I don't know. It had to have been a freak thing. Like the wind had to have been moving exactly.
I don't know. But back to your 10 shell thing. There's people out there that probably have like 20 shells.
Yeah, boxes because
it has to, because I mean, I'm too much of a rule follower to do that.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it, one, and two, like, that's just disrespectful in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, there's rules. Just
if you get caught, like, that's not going to be fun.
Yeah. Just play by the rules and you'll be fine, I don't know.
But that's probably my favorite day of the hunting year, maybe even just besides my wedding anniversary. Pymatuning is probably, and maybe your birthday. I don't want to get in trouble here.
What about your birthday?
I'd rather go to Pymatuning than celebrate my birthday, but it is so much fun. There's so many geese and there's a lot of ducks, and you just have to be lucky enough to kill 1 to 4. And sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't, but it is always, always worth the trip. I probably shouldn't be talking it up that much because now people might want to do it more.
And then we're not going to get
we're not going to get a blind. So this place sucks. You won't see any geese. Just stay home.
It's not worth waking up. It's not worth it.
I wouldn't go.
Just don't go. Just kidding.
But we unfortunately didn't duck hunt on a boat at all this year.
No, we haven't. I've never been on. Actually, no, I've never been on a boat.
Yeah, I did that a little bit when I was younger with my Aunt Kathy and Uncle Mike.
Yeah, I've never been on one.
It's fun.
The only time I was on a boat to hunt was, oh, never mind. That was when we went up fishing to Erie with your brother and his wife and Aunt Kathy and Uncle Mike. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good time. But yeah, so we just went right back into goose season after that, and goose season was a success too.
Yeah.
I remember I took New Year's Eve off, and hunted with my Uncle Mike and Aunt Kathy, and we sat there for 13 hours. And it was probably 5 degrees.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how you guys did that.
Probably 6 inches of snow.
Yeah. And how many geese did you get?
0.
Yeah.
Deuce Man
was crazy.
Deuce Man was with us, and he acted like a champ.
He got swimmer's tail right after that, though.
Yeah, his tail was messed up after that because I think it was just so cold. But he stayed in his blind the entire time, and he was awesome.
He was a good boy.
He was great. We did see 8 snow geese that day, though, so that was cool. They just didn't come in close enough.
Yeah. And then we had a party to go to the
New Year's Eve party. So I'm trying to stay up for the ball drop, and I'm just I'm huddled by Bethany's parents have a fireplace. I'm just curled up with that.
And my family is a big game family.
Yeah.
Like, we play games probably every time that we see each other. And Jordan just wanted to close his eyes, and we're like, another game.
So it's always fun. It's always fun, except for when you're hunting for 13 hours and waking up early and freezing your butt off. You just kind of want to lay down and But
that fire was probably nice.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, goose season, all in all, it was great, right?
Yeah,
we had a good goose season. I think there was only 2 times that we didn't kill anything. New Year's Eve, and then there was one other time at this new spot that we're going to that we didn't kill any. But there's constant action at this new place, and it was a really good season. So,
do you have any regrets of this season? Anything that you wish you would have done differently, like with your decoys or anything like that?
No, I mean, I got full bodies towards the end of the year.
And I wish you would have got those sooner.
Yeah, maybe, but I think my silhouettes and between my Uncle Mike's decoys, I think we have a pretty good setup.
Yeah, your Uncle Mike has some good ones.
Yeah, we still use Bigfoot decoys, and those things never. That's like the tale as old as time. I think they never fail. and they're so durable and just good to just throw in the back of your truck. But I don't know if I really have any regrets. Probably nothing I would do different. Maybe hunt more. Maybe take more days off to hunt more.
That's a good answer. Get more out of the season.
But pretty much every Saturday I was hunting.
I know, yeah. Yeah, and like at that point you have to take off work during the week to go hunt rather than, but you only get so much PTO, so I don't know how people do that.
Do you have any regrets?
No. Actually, I wish I wouldn't have gotten a migraine on the last day
missed a good one.
Of the hunt, because that one was probably the best one. One yet.
I think me and you both need to shoot more trap this year and but just get better at shooting. I definitely miss.
I know. Yeah, like my issue is that, I mean, I don't know if I shoot any at all. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, how can you be sure who shot what up in the air? And I'm still new to waterfowl hunting. You have more experience than I do. I've been doing it for only since we had Brantley. So what, like 4 years? And I just don't know how you know that you shot a goose if everyone's shooting at the same thing. But that's just me talking because I don't have experience. Another thing I will say is I have to get better at when things are happening so quickly. I just have to remember to stay calm and remember to point my gun in front of these geese rather than at them. I think that's the biggest thing, because I used to deer hunt and I'm like used to like shooting at things, but you kind of have to shoot at nothing in order to get something.
Yes.
And that's like my biggest regret or fault, I guess, is remembering I have to shoot in front of them.
And it's hard to remember that because, just like you said, I grew up turkey hunting, so like it's instilled in my brain. Line up those beads, put the beads right on that turkey's head, boom, pull the trigger. But with waterfowl, you can't really do that.
I guess it comes with experience, though, because your uncle has been doing this for how long, and he doesn't even bat an eye. He's so good at it. So we just have to practice and get a little bit better.
Yeah, we'll get there, but we definitely, I would say me and you both killed ducks and geese this year.
I know. I think so too, but
I remember when we were wood duck hunting, Uncle Mike was outside of the blind, and we had 3 come in, and me and Kathy and you pulled up, and we killed 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's right.
And wood ducks aren't easy to kill. Those things are moving a million miles an hour.
However, duck hunting, I find, is a little bit easier, even though they're smaller, because they always land on the water. So
but that's not that's not how it always happens. Wood ducks tend to do that more, but
I know, but it's easier for me to shoot something that's sitting on a pond.
Yeah.
Because I see it there, and where we hunt on that pond, it's like pretty easy to see out there. So I know I shot some there, but I'm talking things that are decoying into us, that are in the, like, that we don't let land. That's what I have troubles with.
Yeah. But we'll get there, and it's just time, but we're joining a sportsman's club, so we're going to definitely take advantage of that and shoot. They have an awesome 5 stand and sporting clays and all that, so we'll take advantage of that for sure. It's very cheap to do, so. But now hunting season's over, so it's officially chasing ribbon season.
Yeah, so what's your goal? Season for both? Yep. Is that your goal? Season title?
For both. Hopefully, if we get it, they won't even be 2 yet, so that'll be cool to get their season title before they're 2.
Do you think we'll go out of state again?
We'll go to Southern Michigan.
And not stay on that sheep farm.
No.
We'll get into that in a different episode maybe, but...
Yeah, we'll stay in a different place, but... Yeah, no, in fact, I went training today with everyone, and it's still a little bit wet out, which kind of sucks, but I just have the itch right now to get out. And
I know,
we're working on anglebacks with the puppies. Angleback hand signals, and like white bucket blinds, eventually getting into cold blinds. But with their progress so far, and with the sky's the limit for them, it really is. I'm so excited to see. It's just got to keep them calm. I mean, they are on a different level. It is insane.
I know.
And I know it's an age thing.
Yeah.
But man, are they fired up all the time.
Anytime that you even move a muscle on the couch, they're like, what are you doing? What's going on? What are you doing?
They are wired. But I love to see it.
I know, it's hard. What is your plan for that during the hunt test season? Like, do you have any
ton of obedience? Just really knock it into them that they have to listen to me. And it's not that they don't listen. It's just they are so wired. And so many people have gone through this, so you guys know what I'm talking about. But it just seems like they're on a different level than Brantley was. Brantley was a handful at first, but looking at old videos of him, like, he never really drug me to the line. It was maybe debatable, right, that he was dragging me. Seasoned, he was fine, but I mean, these puppies are like, boom. I mean, they want to just get there.
I know.
And it's just like, I want to get there too. You know? I want to get this over with.
Would you might not know this, but would they fail you for dragging to the line? Do you know?
Seasoned?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be under a certain amount of control versus started. Started, they kind of, unless you're like barking and, you know, being a total fool.
Do you think they would do any better off lead?
Yes. So but I think now in season you can.
I was gonna say, so why don't we try that during some training days, maybe? And
yeah, I mean, Brantley was always better off lead for some reason, which is strange. I just don't think they like that.
I think we have to like go into this hunt test season with the thought of like, we know we're going to do more than 4 tests. Like, you know what I mean? To get their title. We know we're going to go to Michigan. We know we're going to have our tests. We're probably going to do high flyers. So we know we're going to do all of those tests. So why not instill the mindset in us of like, okay, let's try something different this one test and let them off lead. If it royally blows us up in our face, we already knew that it was going to, and we prepared our mind for it, and we're fine.
On paper, yeah, that sounds fantastic, but I just can't do that.
Why?
I want to pass every single time.
I know, but you got to let go of that, because as you get to finished, you know, it's not as easy to pass.
Of course not.
The first time.
Season's not easy to pass.
I know, but I'm saying, like, I mean, you have experience with season, so now you know what to expect. With finished, you have no clue, so you're gonna fail.
Probably multiple times.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not to discourage you. It's just the name of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I just hate failing for stupid things too, you know?
Yeah. It is a waste of money too. I'll say that.
Yeah. And there were multiple times with Brantley and even with these pups when I was like, I don't even want to take them to the line. I don't think they deserve it with how they're acting, but I want them to. Is
that actually teaching them anything though?
I don't know.
You know, like, they're like, oh, it's just not my turn yet.
Yeah.
And then it never is their turn, and they're fine with it. You get what I'm trying to say?
I think you can make it mean more in a training day.
Yeah.
You know, put them back in the kennel and, you know, reprimand them a little bit.
Because everybody says, like, oh, if they're acting up, don't give them what they want. How do you know if that actually teaches them anything? Oh, if you're going to fall behind.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, God, that feels so much better. I've yet to.
Don't skip.
Our dogs haven't told us yet if it works or not.
Yeah.
So. I don't know, but that's a good point. I don't know if they learn anything or not, but yeah, we have a training day coming up next month already. So
yes, March 7th.
That's gonna be. We're getting right back into the swing of things. Sometimes it's like going to the gym, right? You have to, because I come home straight from work, pick them up, go right to our training grounds. Sometimes it's a lot, but it's like going to the gym, and you just have to go and then get back into that routine. And but I am in my world when I'm out there just training them. Like, it's
your passion.
It's just what I want to do, and nothing else at that time matters to me. I don't think about anything else besides just training them and getting 1% better. You know, that's all I can ask for. But what they're showing me right now, I'm going into this season very, very, we have a lot of work to do.
But
a lot of water work to do.
But we're hopeful.
But I
think they'll be fine.
Yeah. So
it's just the obedience and, you know, obviously them listening, and it'll be good.
Yeah. I mean, if you think so, sometimes I just want to say, Bethany, you go and you run this test.
No, I'm not doing that.
Sometimes the nerves get the best of me, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if I want to do it.
I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, it's season, it would be a little bit more difficult because I kind of...
You have to shoot your own gun. You have a lot. Yeah. The handler has a lot more things to think about. I actually thought about it. I remember. Do you remember this?
Running started.
Yeah, I told you that I wanted to try, but then I kind of chickened out, and I don't know why I did. I didn't start training them from the start with you. I didn't start training Blantley from the start. I've always been like second in command, if you will. So it's like, for me to be first in command, I feel like I would have to run some training sessions by myself in order to get comfortable to do that.
And then, yeah, because then I start to learn like little quirks of the dogs. Like if I give a hand signal and maybe I want to hurry up and whistle them again, or maybe I want them to take that a little bit and then stop them. Whereas you definitely know what you're doing, but you might not know those little quirks that I've picked up over time. So
yeah,
to throw someone in there and just do it, it would definitely be hard.
Yeah.
But hopefully maybe one day they're just good enough that they can, if we're just running a bunch of finish tests and they're good enough where they're basically running a test themselves, you could probably jump in, and if you fail, you fail.
Yeah.
Here I go saying that again. If you
fail, you fail.
But
that's the mindset we just have to instill. I know that you don't like failing, but we just got to do it. Who cares? I mean, nobody's watching except us. We're our worst critics.
Oh, 100%. Nobody, I mean, I couldn't tell you one dog, and I've probably seen a million of them that acted so stupid, but I don't remember.
Exactly.
Yeah, all I remember is what my dogs did.
Exactly. You're only worried about yourself.
You might be onto something. I don't even care anymore. Let's just go fail them all.
Okay. Well, we have to have goals.
Yeah. We'll get their season title. I'm positive on that. So, looking forward to this season coming up.
I know, me too. I'm excited.
Go right into to training, which is like kind of our bread and butter.
Yeah, that I really enjoy going to train in the evenings. That's always fun. So
with we are extremely happy with the guests that we have lined up.
Yeah,
we talked about that last time, but
we have some exciting guests.
We say,
no, let's just keep it on the down low for now, because I mean, like, these guys are like, yeah, we'll come on, but you never know. Like, something might happen, and
good point.
But no promises.
Our next episode will probably be with a guest.
Oh, really?
Which we're gonna talk about.
I know. Well,
let's talk about Deuce's story again.
No, we can find things to talk about, I feel like.
I think we should get a guest on and knock the rust off. And see where it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if we know how to physically do that.
No, I know. We're gonna have to Google this a little bit. We're a little bit.
Podcasting's a little bit harder than I thought.
It is really hard, especially with the sound and stuff. I hope we sound okay, and I don't know.
We're gonna get some mics, and
we're saying a lot of ums and likes, and guys, just be patient with us. Like, we know that. We know we say a lot of ums and likes, and we'll get there.
We'll get there. It's a work in progress, but anything else to add in this season recap episode?
I don't think so. I think I'm good. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Give us a like and a comment, maybe. And we'll see you next episode.
Chasing ribbons.
Fetching ducks.